plays and on some new plays and doing all that choreography.
Nicole Holst getting the start and getting the rock early. Good-looking defense up front by...
The big story is the late scratch of Lauren Ziegler, wide receiver. Look for a Fezekai to get a lot of touches tonight. 5 foot tall, 109, but what she doesn't have in height, she has in heart. What a season.
There she is again in the open field. Lauren Crouch in Omaha and Nicole Holst again with the rock here in Atlanta. A 2nd and 2 at the Chicago 12. Dropping back to pass. Nonetheless, now a 3rd and 2. Ball at the 12 of Chicago from the shotgun, and another.
We knew they were going to go to a Fezekai with Ziegler at. She's got to produce and catch the football.
Now going to the corner of the Chicago defense. Now Chaz Dusan going to work. Throwing down the field and over. And it's certainly showing at least early in the 2019 season. This is Dusan setting up a quarter as this Atlanta crowd comes to life. Dusan with an ugly-looking shovel pass.
Back Chaz Dusan, she has to play big.
On a 4th and 1, this is Dusan trying to find a run. The Chicago 18-yard line. And that's Jolie. Has had all of his success on the ground, namely on the wheels of Nicole Holst. And they're going to go back to the rookie up the middle. Look at the
Baker. Watch the center right there, 17. Absolutely destroying Char Baker and then driving her down the field.
Atlanta offense, who's already been on this side of the field earlier and stalled out. Nicole Holst has the tailback. Let's see if they go back to Holst. No, into the end zone. Atlanta going for the 2-point conversion. Fakes the shovel, now going back to it.
White's game plan, the offensive coordinator, is right on schedule so far.
A misdirection handoff. And Tamika Robinson flanked to the bottom. From the shotgun, Dusan looking to the right mark of the first quarter as the Atlanta Steam lead it 8-0. And here's a little swing pass, and that's really the short passing game. Here's a 4th and 1, ugly looking shovel pass. Javille.
She just needs a lot of coaching. I'm not sure she's getting any.
A low snap back to Dusan.
But they think they can easily handle Chicago.
2nd and 11. Dusan putting a lot of mass confusion offensively for Chicago. That's another swing pattern to nothing. From the shotgun, a low snap back to Hughes. A flea flicker down the...
Texting. I say that because there was an interesting moment pre-game when she was supposed to be listening to authority, but she was
10 and middle linebacker. Chicago once again sneaking in a defender inside the box. Back to work. Holsey remains in the backfield. That looked to be from Hughes to Fezekai. Now a 3rd and 2, full backfield. Not fooling anybody on that 13. Hughes back to pass, looking to the left, now to the right, caught.
Outside, never caught a ball before in this game.
Questionable at best. Alfie Gore, one of the better short yardage ground.
Right now, they have no running game going either. Not even trying to call it runs.
Here is a run play. That's Javille Thompson along the shotgun. And sailing over the head of Dusan into the end zone. And that cost them 2 points. A 1st and 10. Trying to set up a 2nd and 10. The Chicago defense keying on the run. They're going to go back to Holst. As Hughes looks over that Chicago defense. Inside handoff, Keon Harrison.
No, it's still close.
1st and 10, rolling right, has a receiver. Jolie up at the 5-yard line. They're going to go toss right, Alfie Gore. Retaining in the first half. There's the handoff to Holst. Holst trying to break inside, make it Marshall.
He's going to excel.
So a 1st and 10 as we approach the 140 mark of the first half. That's ball out to the 21 as we approach the 120 mark. That's Tamika Robinson trying to get the edge.
Ball.
So a 1st and 10. A 2-man rush, throwing underneath. That's caught. Javille
Thompson wide open.
Chicago lining up for a 2-point conversion, throwing in the flat, close the door on it.
Absolutely, there was a lot of momentum. Good series for the Bliss offense. That's not a...
Now we're under 50 seconds remaining. This is Dakota Hughes going back to work, getting to the sideline. And
around, who would have called this one?
That is Michelle Marshall in motion, and she's going to get the rock. Now we're almost at the 30-second mark, dropping back to pass under pressure. And Hughes will have no problems getting this ball to the end zone. Dropping back to pass, the pocket collapsing into the Hughes. With Atlanta being out of timeouts, they've got to work the sidelines here. Here comes the blitz, evading the rush, throwing down the field. You've got all receivers flanked to the left side. Hughes, quick check down into the flat. That's 4th and 12, ball at midfield. Here comes a 4-man blitz, down the field, wobbly pass into the
consistent passing game. I just don't think Chaz Dusan is going to get it done for them.
To get back into this game. Or will Atlanta in the first quarter with that 23-yard touchdown connection to Javale Thompson? Here's a crossing pattern on the arm of the first-year quarterback Dusan. An ugly-looking shovel pass to the outside to Javale Thompson. Give credit. A 1st and 10 from the Atlanta 18-yard line. Dusan calling her own number. Now receivers flank to the right side of Dusan. Trying the left. 2nd and goal from the shotgun. A good snap back to Dusan. Stepping up in the pocket. Fast-moving third quarter. Dusan with an empty backfield, and here comes that blitz up the middle. Gonna try the corner here. Receivers flank to the right side. Fakes the draw play. Looking to the end zone and deflected. 1st and 10 as Dakota Hughes goes back to work. Inside handoff to Jolie Fezekai.
It's all about focus and concentration.
1st and 10 from the 23. They're gonna go back to the work going into the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 handoff. And that looked like the backfield. Nicole Hulse and Alfie Gore remain. Crossing pattern, that's intercepted. 50-15 type blowout, but the Chicago Bliss had other plans. 1st and 10, Chaz Dusan.
9, Marshall fell backwards on the ground, and then she made an unbelievable adjustment to catch the ball.
For breaking her ankles at the line of scrimmage. Now Dusan, believe it or not, for the lead.
Say if you want to show up, she missed practice, you drive down to Atlanta, and she did. He's got this team playing for him.
1st and 10.
This crowd is totally in shock right now.
That's a Y underneath handoff. Keon Harrison to the 20, 10, 5.
Ty Alley completely fake. She has containment. She comes inside, gets sucked in. Harrison goes outside all the way down the sideline. What an answer for Atlanta taking the lead back. After the mojo went back to Chicago, Keon Harrison.
Discipline with penalties.
Rookie mistake, not watching the clock after you score a touchdown.
Dakota Hughes getting.
It does, and they're in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, the Eastern Conference is wide open. This is Chaz Dusan in the open field at midfield.
10.
1st and goal, there it is. Or at least the start of it. Here comes that crowd, Dusan. A design keeper to the right. The crowd trying to get behind their defense. Toss right, a reverse. They've got to get to the end zone. From the shotgun, rolling left. Gonna try to get past the deep
to hold this offense out of their end zone.
This Atlanta offense has to be careful. Low snap. Nicole Hulse.
This is not the game they wanted to be in the 4th quarter, only up 6 on Chicago.
Is on the side of the Atlanta Steam right now. Again to Alfie Gore, and why not? Ground if I was Atlanta. And that's just what they'll do. Alfie Gore. That is Atlanta up 6 and trying to add to its lead. Going back to Gore. Gore working up the middle of that. Now a 2nd and 4 at the 11 from the shotgun. Here comes the blitz. Dakota Hughes manages. Atlanta continues to work on this clock with a 6-point edge, and we've got a penalty. 2 plays ago, it was 1st and goal at the 7. Toss right. Forced Dakota Hughes to go to the air. That's what they're gonna do, a crossing pattern. That looked like miscommunication. 3rd and goal, ball at the 23. Dakota Hughes dropping back. Here comes the blitz. Gonna go to the end zone. Guessing himself for letting Lauren Ziegler sit out of this game. 4th and goal across the middle. And this Chicago offense in prime position. Was a loss of 9 yards. Dusan from the pocket. Nearly intercepted. This game to be this thrilling this late.
Nobody in the LFL family did.
3rd and 19, and that's deflected. From the shotgun, Dusan looking down the field. 24. So new life for this Chicago offense. Rolling left, throwing across her body and caught. Down.
They can steal this game right now.
1st and 10, Dusan. Center. She's going to try the quarterback sneak and still motoring to the goal line. Knowing that Atlanta's going to have no time when they get the ball back. Again up the middle. What an effort by that. Look for the quarterback sneak right up the middle and into the end zone.
His position.
Here it is. Wow.
Last second.
A poor snap back to Hughes. Tosses it up. Deflected to the 10, 5.
Threw it up there for a Fezekai. It got tipped by number 17, Jocelyn Gray. All she had to do was knock it down, but she...
Moment for Atlanta.
As I always say, big-time players make big-time plays and big...
Timeout remaining. A good snap back to Dusan. They're going to try the middle of the field and caught. Atlanta crowd dropping back to pass as Baker into the end zone.
Skillet reception part 2. Now she can be the GOAT.
A bad snap back to Baker. Didn't even snap the ball. Deanna Hightower has to be explained that the game is over. Let's go down to the field with Heidi.